Jay, India move in the last 1 month, in the last 1 week. Has it surprised you?
No, actually, it doesn't surprise me at all. If you recall from my last interaction with NDTV, I had said the market is bullish for the longer term, and we need to be patient for the short term. And we think the correction which started from 9119 is complete at 6825. And so this is we are saying this with 95% probability that this is the resumption of the uptrend, and the roadmap that we have for the next 1 week to 10 days is that we're going to see a pullback closer to 7,300 or slightly below 7,300, and then we're going to see one more high about today's high, and then we're going to see a sharp correction to the entire move from 6825. If the market does that, we're going to be very, very bullish on the market, and as I said earlier, this is the start of resumption of the uptrend. Last time when I was talking to Prashant, I was asked, "How do you know that this is just a correction?"
Jay, I just wanted to know that. I just wanted to know the point that you made about 90% probability that the uptrend will continue. What is the level that you're looking at? Till when it is valid? Till what level would that uptrend continue?
We are looking at record highs because we are talking about resumption of the uptrend that began in 2013. So we are looking at the Nifty taking out the record highs made at 9119 in March 2015. So, but this will happen over a period of the next 40 to 65 weeks. So we are looking at it from a medium to long term perspective, not for the short term. But the low of 6825 is unlikely to be broken. It's got a very, very strong probability of holding. In fact, I was doing a presentation for a Bangalore Investors Club, and we had pointed out on the live market, the market will bottom at somewhere close to 6805. The low was 6825. So so this the price structure looks very, very promising, and the rejection of the new low is also an indication of what the market is telling us. And more importantly, we are getting very bullish on the rupee, not the US dollar INR cross, but about the Euro INR cross. We are looking at a 20% decline for the Euro INR cross to come through, and we are looking at a level of about 61 from a current level of 74 odds. So the last time, if you recall, the market when it went from the Euro INR cross went from 91 to 66. We saw what happened to the Indian market. So this is not a correlation, but this is a supportive evidence. We look at markets on its own merits.
Right. The point that you made about Euro INR actually, appreciating, or rather INR appreciating versus the Euro, can that also be led, via the Euro appreciation versus dollar?
We expect the euro to go below parity against the dollar. So we are basically, if you look at the global macro, the tailwind for the global rally has been the yen depreciation and the euro weakness. So we don't think that it is a budget that caused the markets to reverse. We think a top is in place for the euro as well as the yen. So we are looking at record lows for the yen. We expect the yen to cross something like 133, so in the medium term. So that's going to be the tailwind for the global equity rally.
Right. The point that you made about euro, there is a very big event coming up of ECB, which is on 10th of March, and ECB has been wanting, euro to depreciate a little bit. You think that those two events could link up with this particular chart formation that you're telling us?
Yeah, most often it's very surprising how global events line up when you are able to interpret charts perfectly. So I don't look at news that often. I just look at headlines to look at what is the sentiment at each point of time. So so probably all these could line up. But whatever be the whatever transpires based on that event, the market will interpret it as bearish for the euro and bearish for the yen. So you'll see both of these currencies depreciate.
Right. What is your view on dollar index? You think that has also topped out?
Yeah, there's a good possibility, but I'm not that bullish on the INR against the USD, but I see some amount of appreciation come through. It could be something like 64 to 62, but we are not that bullish on the USD INR cross, but whatever be the scenario, even that will appreciate. We need to see further clues from the market to get as we are bullish on the Euro INR cross. So we are more bullish on the Euro INR cross than the USD INR cross.
Right. Can you talk to us about some stocks now? You track stocks in India quite closely. What are you looking at as far as names are concerned? Which sectors can do well? Where can we see an up move coming in earlier?
Yeah, we are quite positive on the FMCG space and on the energy space. We are very positive on Reliance Industries. We have a medium term to long term price trajectory of about 1,700 to 2,200 for Reliance. I think that will lead the market from the front. The days of stagnation and underperformance for Reliance is coming to an end. That is our belief. And once the stock closes above 1,100, that is a confirmation that what our interpretation is right. But it's a pick for the medium term, not for the short term. Likewise, in the FMCG space, we saw on the day of the market.
Jay, just a minute on Reliance. You're talking about 1,700, and it's a big stock. It's a very well-known, well-covered stock. You think that it will need a lot of buying to go to that level? So it will have a lot of hiccups in between before it reaches that, say, in next 40 to 61 weeks, which you are also targeting for the Nifty?
Yeah, that's right. We have a price objective for the Nifty. I think it's going to be something like 96.60 over the medium to long term. But I think for that, I think Reliance will be the stock that will be leading from the front. Although until 1,100, it will be a bit more choppy. Once it closes above 1,100, it will be a much more smoother ride for the stock. So so in the short term, you're going to see
again, just mixing it with fundamentals. So Reliance Jio, the money that they have been spending over there has been a big market concern. But the launch is now sometime close by to us. Do you think once the launch is behind us and they get a decent response, that will largely allay the investor fears, which could actually lead to some buying?
Yeah, see, the thing is, the stock is, if you look at the ownership of the stock, it's quite underowned, and it's been a dog, and it's been a drag on many fund managers' performance. So, once the price starts to move, all these, people will start interpreting as positive, and they'll be under pressure to, bring their portfolio to a market level of performance. So naturally, all this allocation will naturally come in once the stock starts rising, and all these fundamentals will line up.
Right. You were talking about an FMCG name as well, Jay.
Yeah, we are bullish on Britannia and on Godrej consumer products, and we are looking at Britannia to hit about 4,000 in the next say 20 to 36 weeks. So it's a medium-term pick, and we think FMCG is going to perform quite well. And even Hindustan Unilever, we are looking at the stock to go to record highs above 1,000. So the FMCG index is going to be a stronghold for the market. And banks, obviously, it's a very disparate space there. And as far as PSU banks are concerned, I'm positive on SBI, but and other banks I'm not so positive, but I think they will also rally. And Axis Bank in the private banking space, I think that's also looking very positive. The low is definitely in there. The probability of the Feb 29th low breaking is quite low.
Right. Do you think that essentially names like metals, which have been completely ignored, may also see sharp bounce back coming in?
Yeah, definitely. They've got a considerable amount of damage done. At least a major relief rally is in the works, and you could see this recovery for them continue for the next several weeks, with obviously some pullbacks along the way. But I don't see that as a main driver for the overall strength of the market. But they will be seeing a large amount of recovery of the decline it saw from 2014. So basically, this is a major. I'm right now seeing this as just a big reversal in the short term, not as a trend changer, but maybe as the price action proceeds, we might have to rethink on that opinion.
Right. Jay, just sticking on to the metals and oil pack, last time you were on the show, you said that a last leg of oil fall may be pending, which has happened, and oil has recovered and stabilized. You think oil and metals now would have an upside bias? I'm talking about the LME and the commodity, the direct commodity of metals and oil.
A fair question, Pankaj. Now, we are very positive on gold, and we expect gold to go to at least 1,600, if not record highs. To a question about oil, we said stocks reversal won't be possible without a bottom in place for crude. I think Brent is trying to take out very important resistance at 38 once, and I think lows definitely in for Brent. I don't know about NYMEX, but if it closes about 38, the rally in Brent will be much more sustainable. So in the short term, you could see some dip coming through for Brent, but once it closes about 38, I think the rally will look more sustainable, and the much more bullish phase for the equity markets will start picking up once Brent is able to sustain about 38.
Jay, thank you so much for taking out time for us. Always a pleasure.